Up, y'all? It's your boy A1. This video, man, is gonna be the 3-4 odd, 3-4 odd lockdown coverages. I'm gonna give it to you cut, clean, dry. I'm gonna show you guys what it is. It's a salary cap defense. It could be used in regs, but obviously none of the goons are in regs. So there's no point for you to be playing regs unless you're playing like money games or anything like that. If you're looking to actually like play, then where the goons are at, then I suggest you hit salary cap. I really do. I really do. So I'm gonna break it down to you real quick. Um, Based off, man, it's cover three. Cover three sky. And then what you want to do when you got opportunity is you want to make sure that you're going to be in baseline. So that's going to be L on the D-pad. So that's Y, and then L left on the D-pad. And you want to make sure everybody's based up. Okay, after you do that, you want to already have your curl to flat player over here inside the purple zone. You want to keep him there. And like if you're running this defense, you have to understand like if you use the safeties to cover the curl flat, they'll get to those deep like outside corner routes. But if you have the linebacker do it, he'll never really get there unless he's just like a freaky athlete, like maybe like a just freak. He has to be just freaky, kind of get out there all the way. So it's best if you're trying to cover those out routes and stay in a 3-4 defense based the whole entire game with how the meta is. Um, it's going to be super important that you use your safeties to do the curl flat. Now, what that allows you to do is you want to you want to make sure that you got edge rushers. I'm out here studying and stuff. You want to make sure you have edge rushers when you're doing this. And I'll break it down to you why. So let's go back to it right now. Hold on. Okay. So this is the setup. Base of line. You already have your other guy in the purple zone, your strong safety, and that's Reed. You want to put Gibson in the other zone. If you want to get a pass rush, you want to make sure you have 5 guys coming. You can do your D-line slant left, slant right, whichever way you want to go. And then you want to drop one guy in your middle linebacker inside the middle of the football field, and then you'll roam with this. This will allow you, for one, get more pressure in the middle, basically to the quarterback. So the quarterback's going to get rid of the ball once they see kind of the blitz. You can bluff around, and you know, like, okay, my corner routes are covered to the outside. I'm good out there. My deep thirds is taken fit care of. Only way they can really hit you is in the seam and then in the middle of the field. But you're going to be messing around the middle of the field. This is going to be all your zone. You got to know the blitz is coming. So make sure you play in the middle, range of the defense, and then you jump inside routes like that are down like drags as soon as you release the ball. You got to rally to those. So rally to the underneath routes and then guard everything up top. So if they're beating you with like let's say they want to hit you with a seam, because obviously the seam, you can get beat in a seam route in this game with this kind of defense. Something that you might want to do is maybe bluff over here and then have your linebacker to the left going to seam flat. And that way that he'll carry the seam all the way up the field and then basically up to what's called the deep third, allow him to make a play. And then if they want to break left, then you got the curl flat defender over here. They'll jump on it. And then if it just stays flat, if there's a flat route and he runs him up and then he jumps to flat, then your outside linebacker. So your outside linebacker, if he's going seam, they're beating your seams like you got 3-by-1 on this side. You want to make sure you have your linebacker right here, have him bluffing in like the gap, and then when he's carrying him up the field, he's dry like he's seam flat. So his first priority is seam. Obviously, it's a seam because that's like seam to flat. So he's carrying up the field, and then if like a guy breaks the outfield like to flat, he'll take the underneath route to the flat. By that time, the outside receiver or whoever it is ran to the deep third, and your middle linebacker is always is going to get there. Make sure your faster middle linebacker is inside the middle. Just like I said, just put him in deep third. All it is A and then middle third. Your strong safety is right here, and then obviously you want to keep him inside the curl flat, and that's just A, and then left on the analog stick. I recommend coming out of the 3-4 just to cover 3, so it's easy setup. I do not recommend you guys doing like curl to just seam flat with the safety, just because of the fact that like if it's like going inside, they'll be smart and running, but then you'll get like crossers coming across the field, and that's never a good situation. Never ever a good situation. So let's just run it. And just kind of just do it. Like, so I'm bluffing right here. The blitz is coming. It's 3-by-1. This is how maybe I might line up to if I want to switch around, if I don't want to send 5. A lot of times you want to send 5, though. I'm out here studying. I'm sorry about the stuttering, but I'm messing. I gotta get it together, man. All right, let's check it out. And I'm okay with that. I mean, no one's going to come out running these type of routes. That's just set up. It's like when you're playing against just guys online. It works. It's nice. I like it. Another thing you can do right here. So same thing. Let's do like a base and let's send the blitz though. So this is kind of like my base setup of how I would want to run it. And then if they're beating me on outs, you gotta adjust. So like if they're getting you guys on the outside, then you want to make sure you have your Y outside. If they're beating you inside, then you want to go Y inside with the right analog stick. If they're beating you underneath, then you might want to jump the flats. It's just based off what they're doing, but you want to have the setup like that, and then you can make the adjustments on the fly based off their route combinations. You gotta be able to know and understand what's coming, whether it's down, you need to play downhill, or you need to play over top, play to the right, play inside shade. That's when your kind of defensive IQ comes in, and you got to be able to make those plays. But just know that you're sitting 5, the blitz is going to get there at some point. What's going on here? Oh, wow. That's what we're doing right now? That's what we're doing. As you can see, the coverage is pretty locked down, so let's do it again. Base the line. I'm going to go left on the analog stick right there. Both those guys are in curl flat. And another thing you could do is you could put contain. That still works pretty well in this game. Just because the blitz is still gone. You got to be able to run the 3-4 because of the meta. Just because the guys are coming down to I formation a lot, you got to be a lot of times you just got to be based. And like when you play with a salary team, like my base is 3-4. And the 3-4 defense just has to be out there stopping the run. And that's just mandatory because you'll get ran on. You will get ran on if you do not have a 3-4 defense. 4-3 doesn't work, from my understanding. And you need to be in some type of 3-4. And you need to have outside linebackers that can shed. Middle guys, they just need to take up blocks. And middle linebackers got to be able to run. That's what I figured out in the classic. And the classic was definitely, it was just like you seen like the run coming, like you seen like the inside zone coming and stuff. It was a good blitz. You seen like the guys coming, but it was just like, okay, they're gonna make the play or not. And it's always tough in regs unless you have like a really like good defense that's just gonna shut all that down. Then I mean you know how to deal with it. But in salary cap, it's less likely to happen because you can actually put some goons on defense, and then it just causes issues for the for your opponent. Like they can't just run the ball every single play and use armbar. Like Bo Jackson, yeah, you're nice, but you're not about to armbar Shazier. You're not about to armbar other guys. So it's important to have like a pass defense like this in salary cap mode, which is the qualifying mode, in order to shut that kind of stuff down. Again, it's a lockdown defense. You see how fast you got to get rid of the ball, especially if they're seeing 5 receivers out. You have the blitz coming, and they take her out of the outside stuff. Another way to set it up that I like to do is, this is like my max. So like if you're trying to drop 8, you can go just like this. Oops, my bad. You see this coverage right here? So this coverage is, it has your outside linebackers playing the hard flat. This is you want to drop 8. Middle guys dropping in the middle. And you just want to take care of the middle field. You don't have to be up in the line of scrimmage. I suggest you kind of be back. But it looks like you're based up, you know? Like, it looks like you're based up. You got guys. And you want to bring your linebackers down, you can. But the reality is we're playing over top, but we got guys underneath. Our weak parts of the zone are going to be anything like kind of in here. That's what you kind of got to guard. Right here, if they don't make like an instant nice like seam route, they're never going to make that play. So once they get past like the 20, then it's like, okay, then you're good. You can jump other routes. But like in this part of the area, you're pretty much good. I mean, they're on it. And the best thing about salary cap, like I said, this is a salary cap defense based off the fact that like you have ballers in there that can make plays. Let me show you guys one more time, man. Again, this is the real setup. This is not the real setup, but this is my setup that I always like to come out in. This is it right here. So this is it, man. This is the setup for my kind of lockdown defense. Again, the curl flat guys inside the cover 3 that you want to come out when you got to make adjustment with the safety. That allows them to take away them outside corner routes, especially when you put them outside. And the blitz is coming, so they're really hard to develop. And you have good corners out there. You got to have good corners. It's hard to make those things happen. And, again, you can always get fancy and stuff like that. Like, okay, let me bring him down. I'm not going to do all that right now, but we can get into that a little bit later. One more play. This is my last play. Hey, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man. Your boy A1 is out. I'm sorry for the miscommunication earlier, but make sure you subscribe, like the video is smooth. Ooh, I love it. All right, your boy A is out.